Hello everyone, Chrissy Etheridge here, the Oilist. This is video 1 of a 6-part video series. As with every video, I will start out with my introduction and explain to you that this is part of a video sequence that I feel like people need depending on where they are in their journey with essential oils. So the very first video is what are essential oils? This is part 1. For those of you that aren't familiar with me, my name is Chrissy Etheridge. I am a wellness advocate with doTERRA. I've been with doTERRA for going on 4 years now as a customer, but within the last, at the beginning of 2017, I really started diving into the business aspect of doTERRA, so now I'm considered a wellness advocate. I am also a family nurse practitioner. I have been in healthcare for 13 years. I've been a nurse for 9 and a family nurse practitioner for almost 4. I currently work in multiple emergency rooms in Las Vegas, Nevada. During my master's program, I studied holistic nursing as well as family nursing. And I did graduate in 2014, sat for the boards and became board certified as a family nurse practitioner. But during my master's program, I really dived deep into the holistic aspect of medicine, learned about not only the purpose of guided imagery and relaxation techniques, stress reduction management, but I also learned about other modalities of health besides what we normally know as Western medicine. I looked at homeopathic and osteopathic medicines, and I looked at how essential oils and natural solutions, herbology could be used for the use of better health and wellness. And I really became involved with the essential oil aspect of it, the herbs and the plant-based medicine. And at the same time, I also went to a essential oil 101 class in a colleague's house, in which I was taught how to use doTERRA specific essential oils and how to buy them. And I bought my first enrollment kit, and I've been using essential oils ever since. So I'd like to share with you the amazing aspects of what essential oils are. I first have a video for us to get started with, and I will come back to you and kind of summarize it as soon as it is over. This is 2 minutes, so I'll be right back.
There are no wasted efforts in nature. The fragrance of a flower, the smell of an orange, or the scent of a pine tree all serve specific purposes vital to a plant's survival. What our senses perceive as fragrances or scents are actually volatile aromatic compounds, tiny organic molecules that serve a variety of protective, reproductive, and regenerative purposes. These compounds help ward off unfriendly pests, attract friendly herbivores and insects, and even help the plant heal from infection and physical injury. There are over 3,000 identified varieties of aromatic compounds, each with its own unique and functional chemical constituents that provide different aromas and benefits to the plants. From the petals of a flower, to the leaves of a plant, the rind of a fruit, or the resin of a tree, these volatile aromatic compounds are all around us. Distilled directly from their plant sources, essential oils are multifaceted agents that have seemingly endless applications to our health and can be used aromatically, topically, or internally. Ensuring the maximum potency and beneficial properties of an essential oil are the result of maintaining the delicate ratio of aromatic constituents found in that essential oil, all of which can vary depending on the time of day or part of the plant which is harvested, time of year or life cycle when harvested, the geographic location and whether where the plant was grown, or the method and even the duration of distillation. For that reason, it is vital that essential oils come from a trusted source committed to not only producing unadulterated essential oils, but to adhering to the strictest production protocols. There are no wasted efforts in nature. Neither should there be in the health care you provide for yourself and those you love.
All right, so in a nutshell, what are essential oils? Well, they are found, they're naturally occurring, volatile aromatic compounds. And what volatile means is that in chemistry, it reacts immediately, and when essential oils hit oxygen, then they react. And obviously aromatic, they're very small molecules, they float in the air, and that's why we can smell them. They're found in, essential oils are found in seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and the rind of plants. Interestingly enough, a lot of plants just give us one essential oil, but there are some plants, like the bitter orange tree, that actually gives 3 different essential oils, depending on what part of the plant that we use. So that's quite interesting. Essential oils protect the plants against environmental threats, and they also provide beneficial properties. They've been used for 5,000 years. Chinese practitioners have been recording the use of essential oils for up to 5,000 years. They were found in the Egyptian tombs of the pharaohs. They've been discussed hundreds of times in the Bible. They were also used by World War II soldiers. So they've been around for quite some time. They're highly concentrated when distilled for potency, purity, and efficacy. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than their herb counterpart. For example, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil equals 28 drops of peppermint tea. So they're pretty potent and much easier to use. You don't have to worry about drying them. They're already in the drop, so quite wonderful. So why do you use essential oils? First of all, they're very fast acting. They can absorb within 30 seconds of a topical application. They can be used for a multitude of different reasons, and one essential oil can actually be used for multiple different reasons because they have multiple different chemical components that a lot of them share. And so even if you only have a small amount of essential oils to get started with, there are multiple uses for each essential oil because of the different chemical components found in each. Essential oils can penetrate cell membrane. Unlike antibiotics, they can kill bacteria and viruses because they're lipid soluble and they're very small in their molecular size. Essential oils can also pass through the blood-brain barrier, specifically sesquiterpenes, which have been researched pretty heavily. Sesquiterpenes is a chemical component of frankincense, and that seems to be one that a lot of people, scientists, like to research. It is reasonable to assume then, since sesquiterpenes can pass the blood-brain barrier, that their smaller counterpart monoterpenes, which are structurally smaller, can also pass through that blood-brain barrier. And why does this matter? Well, we have a lot of different disease processes that affect the brain that our medical research to date is really having a hard time dealing with. Traumatic brain injury, Parkinson's, seizures, Alzheimer's, autism, ADHD, anxiety, depression, mood disorders. There's a lot of different disease processes that we just don't know how to help, and essential oils can really be a fundamental part of that process. There's no side effects using essential oils, unlike the chemical components of medications. So I like to call them, there are side benefits, there's no side effects. Drugs have synthetic fillers and additives that our bodies react to. There was a Harvard School of Public Health that reported that nearly 2 million hospitalizations and 128,000 deaths occur every year from properly prescribed medications. So I'm going to say that one more time. Harvard School of Public Health reported that nearly 2 million hospitalizations and 128,000 deaths occur every year from properly prescribed medications. So how do we use essential oils? Essential oils can be used 3 different ways. We can use them aromatically, topically, or internally. Aromatically, it would be diffusing the essential oils in a diffuser or an atomizer. They can also the cap can be taken off and they can be inhaled. You can put a drop or two in your hand and you can just cup your hands over your mouth like this and take a deep breath in. There is like when you're dealing with respiratory issues, you can make kind of a hand, kind of a breathing apparatus. You can drop the essential oils here or inside this palm of the hand. When you cup it, you can breathe in like that and you almost have your own homemade inhaler. When essential oils are breathed in, and we breathe them in through our nose, it goes through our olfactory system up to our olfactory bulb. The bulb is directly connected to our limbic system inside our brain. Now, our limbic system is is a part of our emotional center and our memory center. Okay, that's why when you smell something, it can actually take you back to a memory as if it just happened. Memories don't really have a time frame, and essential oils or smells, excuse me, can link those memories together to make just a very different emotional response. And so some essential oils we can use to uplift the mood, some we can kind of use to ground our mood, and some we can really help to calm our mood, depending on what what emotion we're trying to elicit. Essential oils also diffuse to help purify the air and kill airborne germs. And like we'd already talked about, they alter mood and emotions. They can help with respiratory function, and they can also be used and diffused to promote restful sleep. So if we use essential oils topically, I said before that they enter the bloodstream within 30 seconds. They can be used for massage. They can be used for skin ailments like burns, cuts, scrapes, wounds and sores, also bug bites. And you also put essential oils around the area of concern. So if you're having a headache, you definitely want to put the essential oils somewhere in your head, whether or not you put them on your temples, in the back of your neck by your occipital triangle. I like to also put them in this little soft spot behind my ears. I just feel like it kind of gets up into the brain where I need it to get. If I am having a low back pain issue, then I would put my essential oils on my low back. If I'm having a knee problem, I would put my oils on my knee. If I'm having a stomach problem, I would put it on my stomach. Okay. You can apply essential oils neat or diluted. For the very old and the very young, you would want to always dilute essential oils with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, olive oil, jojoba oil. And some essential oils have to be diluted because they're considered warm, and they kind of provide this burning sensation, and so dilution helps with that sensation. There are dilutional charts available online for adults and children, but typically for an adult, you would start out with 1 to 2 drops of essential oil in a teaspoon of carrier oil, and for a young child, you would have 1 drop per tablespoon of essential oil. It's kind of how you can see the different ratios that it occurs. Now, internal essential oils, I'm only talking about doTERRA specifically. I know how essential oils are tested with doTERRA, and we'll talk about that in a later video. But if you were to take the essential oils internally with doTERRA, there would be a supplementation facts box on the label, which means that it's safe to take internally. If that label is not on there, then you do not take them internally at all. You would add a drop to an empty veggie capsule or a glass of water. They can also be used in cooking and dietary supplements. You use internal essential oils to improve your body's immune system, to help detoxify and purify. It would also be helped kind of for that tip to tail ailment. If you're having stomach issues, digestive tract issues, that's why you would use essential oils internally. Or you can also gargle and rinse, like when you're having a difficult time with a scratchy throat. Safety precautions for essential oils. We dilute all warm oils such as oregano, cinnamon, and ginger. There's always charts available online for warm oils and what needs to be diluted. You obviously want to keep essential oils out of reach of small children. There's caps, safety children caps that are available to purchase at different oil specialty stores, just to make sure the little ones don't get inside them when they're not supposed to. You don't want to put essential oils inside the eye, inside the ear canal, or on mucous membranes, like in our private parts, because they can burn. If an irritation occurs by using an essential oil, like if you're putting it topically, you do not want to try to rinse off the oil with water. You want to apply a carrier oil. So if you're starting to use essential oils, you want to get some fractionated coconut oil. You can just put that directly on the skin, rub it around, and then wipe it off with a paper towel, and usually your problem is over. If you don't have a fractionated coconut oil, you can use olive oil. That helps quite well. Most of us have that inside of our pantry. Citrus oils can increase sun sensitivity. So when you apply them to your skin, you want to allow 12 hours between application and exposure to the sun. You can actually get a burn while having most citrus oils on your skin. Very important not to ingest arborvitae, cedarwood, cypress, eucalyptus, white fir, or wintergreen. If you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or have liver and immune issues, you want to talk to your doctor about ingestion. Use oils always in glass, ceramic, or stainless steel. They can break down styrofoam and plastics just by the nature of what the solvent is of the essential oil. And of course, these products and methods are recommended they're recommendations to improve your health, not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, prevent illness or disease, and it is not a substitute for medical advice. So thank you so much for this, for enjoying this part 1 video of a 6-part series. If you have any questions and you'd like to talk to me, you can email me at theoillist1@gmail.com, theoiles1@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook, The Oilist, spelled the exact same way, OILEST. You can follow my business Facebook page to get wonderful information about how to use essential oils. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found value, please share it with others. I look forward to seeing you on part 2.